Hi everyone. Today's class we are going to discuss about intellectual property rights. In intellectual property rights, we are going to discuss about the enforcement measures. Okay. Then we are going to discuss about the emerging areas in intellectual property rights. Then what are the issues in the emerging areas? Let me move towards this slide. So we are going to see what is the enforcement. That's the topic we are going to discuss. So why we are going for enforcement? Okay. So if any violation is happening, we need to go for enforcement. So what violation? That is infringement. If anyone unauthorizedly use your exclusive rights, that is infringement. So if infringement is happening, or we want to stop the infringements, we need to have some enforcement measures. Okay. So the main aim of this enforcement is legal actions will be there. Okay. So mainly we are focusing on legal actions if any infringement is happening. Okay, that is the main thing. So enforcement is act of taking the legal actions against the various states of IPR listed. Okay, copyright, trademark, designs, patent, geographical indication, trade secrets. Okay, so various types of IPR. If any infringement is happening, then you can take the legal actions. Okay, then you can enforce them by the legal action. Okay, so the main objective is to stop the infringement. Okay, what we have seen in the scheme to stop the infringement, to prevent further infringement is happening, then to get the remedies. Okay, if anyone is infringed, so how we can get the remedies? Okay, this is the main objective of enforcement. Okay. Why we need to enforce the intellectual property rights? Okay. So the main reason is it will give some benefits for the stakeholders. Okay. So the intellectual property rights depends upon various stakeholders. Okay. The first one is the business. Okay. So business person is the one of the stakeholders. Okay. So what are the benefit they are getting if there is an legal framework or for enforcement? Okay. So they will do the fair competition. Okay. So if there is no enforcement, then everyone will do the infringement. That is, everyone is violating. Okay. So if everyone is violating, it will lead to an unfair competition. Okay. So to reduce the unfair competition, to promote the fair competition, we need to have some enforcement. Okay. So enforcement focusing on fair competition for business people. Okay. So it protects the IPR. Okay. So if you take the another stakeholder, that is consumer, okay. So the consumer will get the good quality product. Okay. So if there is an enforcement is there. Okay. The last one is government. Okay. What benefit government is getting because of this enforcement action? Okay. It will attract more business. Okay. So if in any one country, okay, there is strict enforcement is there, invention will be more. Okay. Because no unauthorized use of exclusive rights. Okay. So violation is reducing. Okay. If the violation is reducing, it will increase the activity of creativity. Okay. So more IPR products will be coming. Okay. So more attractions of business will be happening, investment will be happening. Okay, so these are the stakeholders benefit if you are enforcing the intellectual property rights. So there is an legal survey is there. Okay, you can able to see around 2.5% of global trade is affected by the counterfeit and piracy. Okay, and around 130,000 products are seized by the customs peoples across the border measures. So they are importing the infringed products. So they are seized around 130,000 ton okay, pirated goods. Okay. So in medicine field also around 10 percentage, and in online medicine 50 percentage, they are giving the fake products. Okay. Uh, to avoid this, if you want to control this, then there should be an enforcement action should be there. Okay. So how the enforcement measures taken? Okay. So already we discussed that the enforcement will be mainly focusing on legal measures. Okay. So the first one is legal framework. So government framed the legal act. Okay, for different types of IPR, for patent there is a patent act, for geographical indication there is geographical indication act. So various acts will be there based upon the IPR, copyright, trademark. Okay, except a trade secret, there is various acts is there. Okay, for trade secret alone, you will not get any legal act. Okay, for trade secret, if you want to do the enforcement measures, you can do only by the uh, uh, non-disclosure agreements, non-competitive agreements like that only. We can promote, we can protect the, we can enforce the trade secret. For remaining all other IPRs, we have a legal act is there. Okay. So what this act is providing? This act is giving the outline how to register. Okay, what are the responsibilities you are having? If anyone is infringed, what are the action you can take? Okay, so everything is given a proper outline in this act. Okay, so the main act purpose is here we are act is the law. Okay, patent act. Okay, so the patent act will give what is the registration, who is a registry, who is the first inventor, how what is the how you can register. Okay. So if you are doing for copyright, after the death of the author also you will get the benefit for 60 years. Okay. So for that, who will be who will you want to appoint as a client? Okay. So what are the procedures for claiming? Everything is given a detailed outlined in the act. Okay. So this legal framework mainly focusing on the outline of the right responsibilities and how we are going to resolve the disputes like that. Everything is properly framed. Okay, this is one of the enforcement measures. The second one is the what are the remedies we can get against the civil and criminal. Okay, if you have civil, we can High Court will issue an injunctions. Okay, so which will stop further production of infringed products. Okay, so the injunction may be permanent or temporary. You can able to see permanent injunction or temporary injunction will be there. Then you will get the monetary benefits if anyone infringed. If you file a case, you can get the monetary benefit. And then anti-pillar order. So anti-pillar order is similar to that of an warrant. Okay. So if you want to arrest any person, you need to have a proper warrant from the court. Similarly, if you want to seize or if you want to going to search for infringed products, you need to have an anti-pillar order. Okay. Then only you can able to seize the infringed products. Okay. Then for criminal cases, you need to file a case first information report. FIR should be there. Okay, based upon the FIR, imprisonment will be happening. Okay, imprisonment or fine will be there. Okay, so if the person is doing for first time, there is a one type of charges will be applicable. If he repeatedly doing that or a second time or third time means the punishment will be varying. Okay, for first time means you will get 6 months, or if it is second time you will get 2 years or 3 years, and the final amount will be also increasing in lakhs. So this is the civil and criminal remedies. Border measures. Okay, in previous slide itself we have seen around 1,30,000 custom officers are seizing the products. Okay, for last 4 years or 3 years. So the border measures means here the custom officer take a major role, okay, for protecting the infringed product to enter. Okay. So if any person having a doubt, then he can write a letter to the custom commissioners. Okay. So the custom commissioner will go through your inquiry form and he will reply within 30 days whether the form is accepted or rejected. Okay. Based upon that, they will examine the product. Okay, whether the product is infringed or not. Okay. If it is infringed product means they will take further actions, whether they need to destroy it or whether they need to return to the court. The further action will be taken based upon the nature of the product. Okay. So the border measures mainly focusing on the empower of the custom officials to inspect. Then online enforcement. So it is more familiar to you. Okay, so if you upload the copyrighted content, then they will give the takedown notice or they will give the strike. Okay, or they will be blocking the website. Okay, so there is a more online enforcement is there. Then the last one is the last most important is the public awareness. Okay, and the education. Okay, you need to educate and we need to give the public awareness regarding the intellectual property rights. Okay, so we need to give the respect to the intellectual property rights. Then we need to know what is the infringements. We need to educate the people. Okay, For example, the enforcement actions in copyright. Okay, so copyrights having some authority. Okay, like script. Okay, pornographic treat like that is available to educate the peoples. Okay, to have the um, regulations. Okay, like a script is there for script is a society of regulation in Indian film and television. Okay, so they will be mainly focusing on awareness giving and what are the improvement happen they will be giving. Okay, so a lot of awareness programs also conducted by the government. Okay, so IPR quiz, online workshops, okay, offline workshops, more of them are promoted by the government or to know the awareness of the intellectual property rights. Okay, that is the thing. Okay, so these are the enforcement measures we can do. Okay, so next we will discuss about the emerging areas and issues. Okay, so emerging areas means mainly we are focusing on the artificial intelligence. Okay, so if any one persons innovate any product based upon the artificial intelligence, like machine learning, blockchain technology, deep learning, like that, if anyone get the products, okay. So for whom we need to give the intellectual property is a question mark. Okay, whether we need to give for AI or a human being or for both, for which one we need to give is a question mark. Okay. And then the open source. Okay, so open source and collaborative innovation. Okay, that is also an emerging area system. Okay, so the new technologies like 3D printing. Okay, for example, if anyone got the fracture, okay, normally we use steel plate. Okay, nowadays technology is developed. They are using the 3D bones. Okay, so for that, which material we are using. Okay. That is the emerging technologies which material we want to use like that. The technology research is going on. Okay. And the emerging areas. Then the nanotechnologies. Okay. So if suppose if you are having a walk, okay, suddenly the rain is there. Okay. You are not having any umbrella. Okay. So if you are having a nanotechnology textiles material means that material will not absorb the water. Okay. So you are not going to wet. There is a sudden rain is there. Okay. So there are new technologies. In electric vehicles, what are the new ways of charging? Okay. What are the new battery materials we can use? These are the new emerging technologies. Okay. So this is the emerging areas in the intellectual properties. Okay. Next, if you focusing on emerging issues, the emerging issues is mainly focusing on genetic. Okay. So biodiversity, cloning. Okay. Changing the structure of DNA. So this is the genetic issues is happening. Then traditional knowledge. Okay, so traditional knowledge of medicine, food, agriculture, pattern like that. There is also issues is happening in the traditional knowledge. Okay, so if you focus on traditional knowledge, according to Vipo, what is traditional knowledge? Okay, so it is a known fact shared from generation to generation. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, skills or innovation practice that is developed and passed from generation to generation. That's the statement given by the people. Okay. So how we are going to protect this traditional knowledge? Okay. So we can protect by two ways. One is defensive protection, another one is positive protection. Defensive protection means how we are going to protect from the third parties. Okay. So we can protect it by using the documentation. Okay. For proper documentation, if we have done, we can able to protect, or we can able to have proper label certificates. Then we can have proper protections. So this is the defensive protection. So if you move towards the positive protection mainly focusing on the legal frameworks, how we can protect the traditional knowledge. Okay. So you can see the case study of turmeric. Okay. So in India, for everything they are using the turmeric. Okay. So in kitchen, if you go, you will have a turmeric powder. If anyone wounded, they will immediately apply the turmeric powder. Okay, but if you see, USA got patented for wound healing property of the turmeric. Okay, then India filed a case and the case is revoked. Okay. Similarly, neem is as a fungicide. Okay, so Europe patented that neem. Okay, then India filed the case and it is revoked. So these are the emerging issues happening there. Okay. So up to this, we will stop. Okay, so the reference is taken from the WIPO website. We have a quick recap. So what we have discussed, that is, we have discussed about the enforcement, which is having a legal actions, and how we can educate the people about the intellectual property rights. Then what are the civil and criminal remedies, online enforcement we have seen. Then we have discussed about the emerging areas and emerging issues. Particularly, we have focused on the traditional knowledge. Okay. So after this, we will stop. Thank you.